Alright, I've been trying to break a bead on a tractor tire for quite a while now. Can't get it to break. A rim needs to be welded. It used to have a salt water solution in there. So I made this tool. I think you can buy these online. I saw them around $80 and up is what you got. But I had the parts laying around, so I decided to make my own. I'll show you how to make it in this video. What I have, this here is actually probably the receiver end on that you weld underneath the vehicle to pull a trailer. This is the leftover I had. I think I bought that at Harbor Freight. I think I bought that, the whole thing, for $18, I think. That's just leftovers. So, and I bought this D-ring receiver hitch. I think it was like $10, $11. So I'm gonna use this. I might cut a piece off of that one. It's gonna be the outside. So we'll get this cut off real quick. I've got that cut off. Now this one is a little bit shorter, ain't much shorter. I probably should have cut it even shorter than I did. I think it'll work. So what I'm gonna do is actually, this will go inside. I've got an old lawnmower blade I'm gonna cut up for the feet. Let me get that cut up and I'll be right back. Alright. So I cut this old lawnmower blade. It's a blade that broke on me while I was mowing. So what I'm gonna do, I got this plate here. It's the same width as this. It will be welded. The little lip hanging over, approximately like that. I've got two other small pieces, which will go on this side. Same thing. It's going to overhang. It'll be flush on the inside. Overhang in the front. Overhang on the sides. So it's like that. And this one will be inside, and it'll sit overhanging like that. So you'll have all three pieces like this. But this piece here will actually be able to move. This will actually push on your bead. I'm going to use this part here. I'm actually going to attach it to the front here to actually make my thumb to hold against the rim. I just got to draw something out to get it cut out on that. So I'm going to get these pieces cleaned up, get all these edges and burrs cleaned up on here real quick. So I'll be back. Alright, I've got my pieces cleaned up now. I've got them ground down, all the rust removed, paint removed. I've got bevels cut, ground down on these, both sides. Same thing as this, because this needs to be smooth on the sides, because it's actually going to slide in here. So now I just need to go weld them on. So I'm going to get that welded on real quick, and then I'll show you what's next. Alright, so I've got the feet welded on, both of them. Got the top plate for that weld cut, top plate for that cut. Now what I need to do is I just need to drill a hole in this, weld this nut. This nut's going to, this nut will sit right here in the middle, pretty much towards the front where all the pressure is going to be on pushing on that bead. So I'm going to drill a hole in this plate. I'll weld that nut right there. That way this bolt here can push down, and it will actually be pushing right in the front of this piece here. So the next thing I just got to drill that hole. Let me get these two welded up real quick. Get that nut welded on there, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that I got the top caps welded on here, there's the inside piece, the outside piece. So they'll just fit together like that. Get that nut welded on. So now when this screws in, alright, so now when you screw this piece in, just gonna push that bottom piece down. Which should hopefully separate the bead. Alright, so now what I need to do, so I'll get this part here, it came with that, and I'll weld that on the front to put a little thumb here to hold against the rim, so that way it doesn't push it away from the rim, it'll stay tightly secured against it. So let me get that all welded up and then get measurements on, get a thumb cut. Alright, now that I got this, I got tack welded on for now. I'll do a good weld on it once I get everything figured out. Got another lawnmower blade. Well, I hang on to old scrap blades because you never know. What I'm thinking, possibly cut a little thumb right there, have it come up here, cut a notch out here, where I'll have another bolt here. Then when you screw this in, it pushes on this and brings that down against the rim. I'm hoping that works. I guess just trial and error. Let's cut it up and see. So let me get this all drawn out and get it cut up and see what it looks like, see what happens. Alright, since I don't have a good cutoff wheel for my angle grinder, I just put it on my chop saw and I just carve a bunch of grooves in it. I'm going to go back with the angle grinder and grind that, all these off and kind of clean that up. So then I'll have to do the back side with the bolt's going to be to push down on it. Alright, so we're going to see, hopefully it works. What bracelet I'm going to do is I'm going to set it in and kind of push and work my way around. Maybe I can get it to break free. The way this tool works, so you got your inner foot here, which will push on the tire bead itself. When you screw down this upper bolt here, you got a thumb here that will clamp on the rim to keep it from coming off. Alright, so hopefully that shadow doesn't affect the video much, but anyway. But I'll tighten it down a little bit with the impact, and then I'll go with put a breaker bar on there, because the impact will only tighten so far. Seems to be loosening up the beads. I'm going to go ahead and move positions to a little bit higher, work my way around. Sure helps if you loosen it, not tighten it. Still got a few bugs to work out of it. I need to put a brace right here if that bolt does like to slide sideways. I'm also kind of using a tire tool to hopefully loosen it up some too. With this tire, I used to have a salt water solution in it, and it's completely corroded this rim. The other side actually has a big old hole in it, which is why I've got to remove it. It's slowly getting it taken off. The only problem I'm having is it's bending this bolt, which may be the fact that I'm using a breaker bar. Yeah, maybe put too much pressure on it. But anyway, it is. So you can see, it is. I mean, it's got a gap there. Before when I first started, I couldn't even get the tool in there. So it is slowly working it down. Which I've been working on this tire for probably a good month or more, trying to get it broken. I've used different techniques and nothing's budging it. So this is doing something. So I'll continue to work on it and I'll let you know my progress. Alright, I just about got it broken. You see how far it's pushed down. I've been, started here, I started recording. I worked up pretty close. I worked up to about right here. And I came back to the center here, started pushing down some more, and it's about ready to break. I've got maybe 2 inches before it actually goes below that. That's a bead. I ended up stripping out this thread. I actually had to go buy a new bolt. I actually had to cut off that nut. I couldn't get the bolt out. So we're about ready to break it. So I figured turn the camera back on. So let's hope this does break soon. I'm going to move it over. I'm just going to work this one area right here. Alright, that is below the lip. Alright, that's what I've been trying to do for probably 2 or 3 months. Let's see if I can get you to... Oh, well, you can see in there, but it's pretty rusty in there. I'll probably have to continue to push all the way around to get this fully broken. I don't know if I can... I may be able to do it with my tool. So like I said, it's pretty rusty. But anyway, this tool, I mean, it works. I mean, you can buy them online. I found them for, I think, $80, $90. But I mean, like this tube here, the outer tube, like I said, it was part of a receiver hitch for a truck. And the inner parts came with a kind of a D-ring attachment, had the eye loop on it. I think I paid $10 for that. That was a leftover from another project I did, so technically I didn't really include that in my price. And then, I spent, I think that bolt there, I spent $3 on, plus, what, 15-cent nut. But I had to replace it, so. And then, I already had that bolt. And that was just the little feet and everything was just old lawnmower blades I could have had laying around. So I got probably less than $20 into it, actually invested in it. But I mean, if I went to buy it from scratch, I'd probably $50 or so. But like I said, if you want to build your own, I mean, it seems to work pretty good. So I mean, like I said, 2 of us been beating on this tire and could not get that bead to break. And then with this tool, I've got it probably an hour and a half. I just got to finish going around and get the rest of it to break. So it works. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.